Good evening and welcome also to viewers from the North East and Cumbria. A 16-year-old boy has been arrested on suspicion of murder after a 15-year-old girl was stabbed to death in the Northumberland town of Hexham. Another 16-year-old boy was also injured in the attack, as Peter Harris reports.
Well, you can see the flowers building at the spot where this happened behind me. Now, the police were called here just after 5 o'clock yesterday to reports of a 15-year-old girl and a 16-year-old boy having been stabbed. The girl subsequently died in hospital. The boy, well, he remains in a stable condition in hospital. The girl's family, as you might expect, are said to be devastated beyond words. And earlier we heard this from Northumbria Police.
This is a devastating time for the families of these young people. And what is really important is that we continue to provide that specialist support and advice by our specially trained officers to make sure that they get through the coming days, weeks and months.
Now, the police have arrested a 16-year-old boy on suspicion of murder. He remains in custody and the police are continuing tonight to appeal for information. Peter Harris, BBC Look North, Hexham.
Next, a demonstration was held in Leeds today to highlight the extreme pressure faced by the NHS. The protest was one of 20 held across England as part of a national day of action. Our reporter Michelle Lyons was there.
Protesters gathered outside Leeds General Infirmary today to show their support for a system which they say is in crisis. The MP for Leeds Central, Hilary Benn, lent his support, saying there needs to be more investment in the NHS.
And that is why I'm here, to show solidarity with those who are campaigning, the staff, to thank them for the fantastic job that they do. But we've got to get a grip because the government's clearly failing to do so.
Those working in the industry are concerned lack of investment will have an impact on patient care.
We've got 48,000 nursing vacancies, so we need to bring nurses back into the NHS because we need to create safe staffing. Safe staffing saves lives and we need to protect our patients.
As the protesters marched to Millennium Square, they passed a building site where a new children's hospital and adult day centre is planned, but work here is yet to begin.
As you can see, there's lots of hoarding saying we're going to have a beautiful hospital, and then there is derelict land because the only money the trust was given was the money to knock down buildings and prepare the site.
The demonstrators joined forces with junior doctors who were also protesting today over pay.
What do we want? Safe staffing! When do we want it? Now!
The Department for Health and Social £14 billion available over the next 2 years, with the aim to speed up hospital discharge and free up beds. Those at today's rally believe more still needs to be done. Michelle Lyons, BBC Look North, Leeds.
The airline Flybe has collapsed into administration and cancelled all flights. Passengers expected to travel with Flybe have been told not to go to the airport. The company also collapsed in 2020, but it resumed operations 9 months ago with flights from Leeds Bradford and Newcastle Airport. Flybe customers are being advised to visit the Civil Aviation Authority's website for more information on what to do. Now, campaigners for the Clean Air Zone, which comes into effect on Tyneside this week, are celebrating its introduction. From Monday, higher polluting vehicles, although not private cars, will be charged up to £50 for entering parts of Newcastle and Gateshead. Today, walkers and cyclists gathered to travel around the boundaries of the new zone.
It's great to be out celebrating something rather than having to be protesting about something. It's great that it's started. It's been a long time getting here. I know it's reduced in its capacity from what they originally were planning to do, but it's a great way to start off.
Is it the weather for cycling, though? Here's Abby Dewhurst.
Hello there. Another mostly dry and bright day to come tomorrow, but it will be a touch breezier and a touch milder too. Temperatures may well get up to about 10, perhaps even 11 degrees Celsius. But overnight tonight it'll be largely dry. There'll just be a little bit of cloud, thick enough for 1 or 2 spots of light rain or drizzle. But our temperatures overnight shouldn't drop quite as low as they did last night. I think down to around 1 or 2 degrees Celsius, so just hovering above freezing. As you can see on the graphics though, a mostly dry and bright day to come tomorrow. I think probably a bit more in the way of sunshine, although cloud will start to gradually build in from the north as we head through the afternoon. That's ahead of some patchy rain overnight into Monday. A breezier but milder day with temperatures reaching 9 or 10 degrees Celsius.
Thanks, Abby. That's all from us. We're back tomorrow at 7. Good night.